Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Billy and this is Billy X Luxury. So today's video is all about my experience purchasing from Longchamp a personalized item off of their website. So I'm going to show you the item that I got. I'm going to tell you about my experience, which I'm not very impressed with, let's be honest here. The process wasn't really that great. But then I'm going to show you the item and tell you about that. So let's get straight into the video. Sorry, I feel like I've got this whole shadow thing going on with my hands and my lighting. So I wasn't even aware that they did personalized items until I saw a YouTuber review one of her bags that she had had personally made by Longchamp. And I was like, oh my God, they make personal items. So I went onto the website to search it out and have a look what there was available. And there is a range. You can pretty much pick everything on your bag. It is made to order, which I thought is really cool, really awesome. I don't know why they don't advertise that more or have that sort of more showcased on like the front of their website or anything. I don't know why they don't really tell people about it. But so I wanted to purchase my own, obviously. So I will show you how the process works on the website, how you pick everything, and then I will show you the item that I got, how it came as well, and tell you about the process. Okay, so I've just brought you onto the Longchamp International website. So we just click up the top here, go to personalization. You can choose either My Pliage Club or My Pliage Signature. So the My Pliage Club is, let me just show you, is this bag. And there is a couple of different options with the horsemen, or you could put writing on them. So that is the club range of personalized items. And then we go into My Pliage Signature, which is the one that I have. And it gives you some info and the different size bags that you can get. So you can get it in a shoulder bag, you can get it in a large travel bag, you can get it in a small top handle, which is the one that I got. You can get it in an extra small top handle, and I think that's about it. So this just gives you some examples of the sort of things that you can choose. Now create a pliage that is right for you. So you click here and it gives you all of the different options. So the shape, you can choose whichever one you like. So small top handle, extra small top handle, shoulder bag, or travel bag. So the one I chose was the small top handle. So then you click the tick and then you move on to the body. Oh my God, my cat. So you can go through a range of different colors for the body. So I chose black, and then it shows you the different angles of the bag that you've chosen. Yellow, pink, lots of different options. So we'll just do coral, hey? Then the finish. So you can choose either black nickel, this is for your buttons and your strap attachments. You can choose nickel, or you can choose gold. Tick. Now your initials. So you can separate by full stops, or you can untick that if you don't want full stops. So the initials I did is BJ, or you can add your full stop back in, and then you can choose your color. So all sorts of different color combinations. It took me a minute to figure out that you could up the top press shadow color and change the color of your shadow. So it just takes a lot of playing around. Click primary color, and then shadow color. Lots of playing around. And then tick if you're happy. Then you can do trimming. So you can either have black, brown, or white. Tick. You can hot stamp it. I chose not to hot stamp mine because I tried to find out what it looked like online. I looked on Instagram and various different hashtags to see what other people's looked like. And I mean, for me personally, I just didn't think it really, I felt like my initials was enough on the bag, so I didn't worry about it. But you definitely can hot stamp in different colours. You can write different colors, or white I think is just the indent without any color. And then I think that's all, and then add to cart. So that's it really. So it shows you your selection, and the cost is 515 Australian dollars for this particular small size shoulder bag. All of the different bags have different prices, so you just have to go through and select each individual bag to see their price. So that's how you do it on the website. Okay, so now that I have taken you on the website and shown you the whole process of how to do it, now I want to talk about how long it took. So on the website, it says personalized orders 5 weeks. And then when you check out, they send you your receipt. There is purchase details on there, and it says delivery time frame, personalized items, 5 weeks. So I ordered this bag because I had an upcoming wedding where I was going away, so I wanted sort of like a small overnight shoulder bag, do you know what I mean, to take away to this wedding. So I ordered it with plenty of time for the wedding. I think I was like 6 weeks out. It said 5 weeks. I was like, this is cool, I'm going to have it in time for this wedding. So 5 weeks came. Mind you, I had heard nothing from Longchamp since I placed my order. I got a receipt and that was it. Heard nothing. And then so I waited for 5 weeks, and then I emailed them and said, you know, on your website it says 5 weeks, and then in the conditions of sale it also says delivery time frame 5 weeks. It's been 5 weeks. I haven't heard anything. Is my item been sent? Like, where is it? What's happening? I'm going to be going away, so I kind of need to know where it is. And yeah, so then what I wasn't overly impressed with is their customer service. I feel like it's very generic. It's not personalized at all. It's just like a basic generic, blah, 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 email back. So I'll read you what they wrote to me in response. Thank you for your message and your interest in Longchamp. With regard to your My Pliage order, we kindly inform you that the personalization orders will take up to 6 to 8 weeks from the order date. This My Pliage order is currently on the final stage. Please note that the order will be shipped from France to your shipping address. You'll be receiving an email once the item is shipped. Please do not hesitate to contact us again should you require further assistance. Sincerely, Longchamp Customer Relations. So here's me going, what? 6 to 8 weeks? On my receipt and on the website when you place the order, both of them says delivery time frame 5 weeks. And I'm like, nowhere did it say 6 to 8 weeks. And that's way past my time of going away on this weekend away. So I wrote back to them and said, pretty much that's not cool. Like, you're telling people that it's going to be 5 weeks, and it was never going to be 5 weeks. It was going to be 6 to 8 weeks. So I was pretty annoyed at that. And then I sent them the where it shows here, and underlined it for them, saying 5 weeks. Just so they were clear. Home delivery 5 weeks after the order has been placed. So anyway, then I got, thank you for taking the time to share your experience with us. We apologize for the inconvenience that you have experienced with one of your Longchamp purchases. We have well forwarded your comment to our related department. Please be assured that we value feedback for future improvements. Once again, we sincerely apologize for all of the inconvenience caused. Please do not hesitate to contact us further. Sincerely, Longchamp. Like, it's not even signed off by a person. It's just signed off by Longchamp. And I'm like, it's not really good enough. It's not really good enough to put in your proof of purchase that it's going to take 5 weeks and clearly advertise on the website that it's going to take 5 weeks when it's absolutely not going to take 5 weeks. It's going to take 6 to 8. So that was the first thing. I was super annoyed, and I was like, had I known it was going to take, 2 months to make, I wouldn't have ordered it. Like, why? Like, I just was super annoyed. Anyway, and then like a week later, I then get, we have Australia Post here in Australia. So on my Australia Post app, it tells me when I have a delivery coming. You have a delivery to pick up at your local post office. So I went to the post office and there's my bag. No idea that it had even been sent. I didn't get any sort of tracking details. I didn't get like a postage notification. I got nothing. So it just arrived like a week later and I didn't even know it was coming. So that was another sort of thing that, you know, was annoying as well, that they had then posted it from France and not even notified me that it had been sent. But luckily it arrived literally the day before I was about to go away for this wedding weekend. So I was happy about that. But just in the general, this is like my first ever order from Longchamp Australia. And I mean, the customer relations is not very good. And what they're saying on their website is not true. So that was really disappointing to start with. Okay, so even after me telling them about my experience and how it says 5 weeks, this is the one I just put into my cart, just for reference. And here it says delivery, personalized item, 5 weeks after the order has been placed. So they haven't taken anything into account, the fact that I emailed them and said it didn't take 5 weeks and they told me it was going to be 6 to 8. So they haven't updated their website at all. Which is disappointing. Okay, let's get on to the happy bit. So this is how it came. Obviously in a postage bag, but it just comes in this green bag with tissue paper. Now the tissue paper does have Longchamp all over it. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. And then you just get this little care booklet. Giving you details about the item. So let's take a look at the item. I will say I'm really happy with the bag. It looks really cool. I was pretty impressed when I opened it. I mean, I love it. I think it's awesome. But I feel like the customer service is just what's lacking here. So here it is. So I got BJ on it with a dot. I chose white, so the handle is white and the strap is white, and then I chose gold hardware. Now I can't fault the bag at all. It's a really nice bag. It's perfectly done. There is nothing wrong with it, not a stitch out of place. I will say that the strap length is perfect for crossbody. It is not perfect for shoulder carry. It sits really quite low on me for shoulder carry, but it is perfect for crossbody. The whole idea of this is it kind of to be like a mum bag for me, so that I can take it shopping with my daughter, chuck it over my shoulder, and I don't really have to worry about it. So that was the idea. And when I go away for weekends, obviously. So pretty cool. You can see the indentation there. You can see on the front, and then you can see here it has the little horse. The strap is non-adjustable, so it is just one long piece of canvas material. The hardware is really nice and shiny. What I think is pretty cool about this bag is when you open it up, is this on the inside. That's cool, don't you think? So you really feel like you've sort of created it in collaboration with Longchamp, do you know what I mean? So it's pretty much just a big open hole really. There is one internal pocket, which is this big one here, so it is large. I find that it fits my phone nicely, it fits my wallet and my car card perfectly in here, so that they're easily accessible, and then everything else I just chuck in the bottom. Now I'm not sure if you can get bag liners for these bags. I feel like it would be pretty handy, but I'm just kind of using it as like my nappies, my wipes, you know, all sort of my kids stuff in there, drink bottle, like basically the kitchen sink in there, and I'm not worried about it. It doesn't really matter if like a water bottle spills, or, you know, it's not a super expensive bag that I have to really worry about. So yeah, really happy with it, comfy, really like it. You can see here there is some writing there. This is like raw leather. This is like embossed, like an embossed type of leather here. The rest of it is embossed. Let me just focus. See, it's a pretty basic bag, but I mean it does the job and it looks really cool. I've never seen anyone else with one of these personalised Les Pliage bags from Longchamp here in Australia. I haven't seen anyone with one, so that's cool. I don't know how many they make. There's quite a number of them on Instagram. If you search like My Pliage Signature or various different hashtags, you can find some different colors and different styles to give you some inspiration if you're wanting to make your own. I decided to get black just so it was pretty carefree. The white, I've had it for a couple of weeks now and I haven't got any marks on the white leather or the white strap. So yeah, very happy with it. The one thing I will say is that when you wear it crossbody, it kind of folds down like that. Like it doesn't stay in kind of like a triangle sort of shape. That's the only thing. So if folding over like that bothers you, it's probably not really the bag for you. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever. And then the other thing is this kind of hangs backwards if you don't clip it. I don't clip it all the time because I find it kind of annoying to unclip and open all the time. So this just sits against my body and you don't really see it. But obviously it looks a lot nicer if you have this done up. And you can tell that it's a Longchamp bag. Whereas when it's folding over, it just kind of looks like any sort of personalised bag. You probably can't really tell that that's what it is. But that's not a big deal to me. So, what do you think, guys? I will give you a close-up of the material. So it is like canvas. The initials are perfectly, I don't know if they're painted or I don't know how they even do that into the canvas, but they're perfect. There's not like any little bits out of place or anything. It's perfect. So yeah, really happy with my Les Pliage personalised bag. It's just a good sort of chuck on and go bag, I find, and really good if you have little kids and you need to carry snacks and everything with you to go out, and then just chuck it over your shoulder. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed my little review of my Longchamp personalised bag. If you are wanting to get one, you can head over to the Longchamp website in your country and just click that drop down menu and go to personalization, and then you can go through the process and pick the different variations of colors and hardware and things like that that you want. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for checking out my latest video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button below, give me a thumbs up, and click the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Anyway, have a good weekend.